Hello Saggies, hello Sagittarius, I'm Trace and you're watching EarthStar. Welcome back to my channel to those who are here again and those who are here for the first time. I bring you messages for each month from your guides and my angels and my guides as well through my cards. I channel them through my cards, and what I am doing this month is I am carrying through your theme that I chose right at the beginning of the year. It was actually brought to me through the cards, and every month I use a different deck, and you've got the Nine of Pentacles, and in this deck it's called Satisfaction. What a beautiful card. Now she's sitting there with a rose in her mouth, and what Nine of Pentacles usually means is that you're working towards your independence, you're working towards your satisfaction in life. It's just almost like when you get to a place in life where you can look back and go, you know, I'm working so hard on my life, spiritually, physically, with your job, with your family, and this is where you are at a place this year. You're actually trying to get to the satisfaction place. So that is your card that I brought through for you. Let's see how it works in with your beautiful guidance. So I am using my lovely, beautiful clairvoyant cards here to see what your theme is for the month. So Sagittarius, let's see what your theme is for the month of May. Can you believe that we are in the month of May? I actually can't believe it. It's the 5th month of the year. It is here. It is right here. I actually can't believe it. Oh, that one came flying out. Hey. So we've got emotional release. Wow. So there's a lady or gentleman, anybody can have long hair these days, standing on the edge of a cliff. It looks like beautiful Wales or somewhere in the ocean of the UK, and there this person is rising up and grabbing the rainbow. So what this person's probably gone through is a lot of hell. And I'm sorry, Sagittarius, if you have, and you're one of those signs that just sucks it up. You're one of those signs that, depending what your rising and your moon is, but your sun sign is a Sagittarius, you're optimistic and you're always trying to find the rainbow in your life. So now what you're going to do this month, what your theme that's coming through for you is emotional release. And emotional release, now let's have a look at that. Let's break that down. That can be so many things for you. It can be perhaps you were grieving for someone, or it can be some kind of something you've been holding on to for years and years and years, from a child maybe even. Maybe you were bullied at school. Maybe girls and boys made you cry, and maybe you were a soft person and that sadness came over you and you were criticized. And now, as you're getting older, as you're getting used to yourself and used to your energy and used to who you are, those suppressed emotions are now feeling like they need to be released. And perhaps they've even caused you disease in your body, where you've actually held on so badly that you've got a physical ailment. So what this month is saying to you is that it's time to drop your shoulders. It's time to release that anger. It's time to stop putting that onto your body, onto your soul. And it's encouraging you to find a safe and healthy way this month to let that go, to find a way forward that gives you that emotional release, that cleansing. So, you know, like these, you learn over years and years and years to suppress that behavior. So, and you also learn to sort of just pull yourself together and get stronger for it. Now, this month is saying, you know what, have a good cry, release it, pound the pillow if you have to, get rid of all of that, because that frustration in your body is not good. So when you emotionally release, you can give yourself a pat on the back, and you can say, you know what, I actually have a beautiful body, I have a beautiful soul, I need to let that live, and I need to let go of the energy that I've been holding on to, and give myself a clear head and get going in life. Wow, that's a beautiful, beautiful message coming through for you there. So let us see what your little spirit wants to say to you. This is a deck that is your inner spirit and a little advice to you. So how can Sagittarius emotionally release this month? What is the energy coming through to help Sagittarius emotionally release? How do the Saggies emotionally release? Let's take that one there, and let's have a look to see what your little spirit wants to say to you. Play, Saggies. Play for energy can free your mind and heart to explore and discover amazing new things. Now, isn't that just beautiful? This is your little spirit, and your little spirit is saying to you, I need to play. I need to have an emotional release. I need to find the good in life. I need to play. Wow. That's beautiful. I'm loving that for you. Now, let's see what you need to let go of. I've got little goddess cards here. What do you need to let go of? Let's see what's happening for you. Little Saggies, and you've got a lady in this beautiful Hawaiian forest, and she's got this energy coming off her, and she's closing her eyes and she's connecting to her spirit. So let's see what she says. Sip in air without rushing towards the future. The present is worth enjoying. So Saggies, if you've been living a go, go, go life and you don't have time to emotionally release, you don't have time to find satisfaction in your life, you don't have time to play. Now May is the month for you to do this. And cosmically, if you were here in my channel last month, April was a month of passage. It was that in between month. Now May is a month of go, go, go. The energies that are coming in are transformational. They're almost asking you to light a fire underneath you and just get going. So when you do that, you find more energy in your day, you find more purpose in your day, and that is when you enjoy this present moment. Instead of lingering in the past or worrying about the future, you light your opportunity for this day. And that's what you need to be doing. You need to be doing this, Sagittarius, is finding what it is in this day that satisfies you and brings you that joy. Right, Sagittarius, let's see what your tarot cards have to say for you today. So the first card is going to be what you need to focus on. The second card is something you might bump up against this month. And your third card is a message from Spirit, or almost like advice. So Sagittarius, let's see what you are needing to focus on this month. And I think you've really got the emotional release coming on here. So let's see, let's go a little bit deeper. Let's go a little bit deeper. Okay, let's see what's coming up for you, Sagittarius. First card to focus on, the Hanged Man. Second card, something you might bump up against. And third card is message from Spirit. So your first card, the Hanged Man, it's a major arcana, it's the 12th card, and major arcana cards are always come in for a reading just to say, you know what, change is happening, this emotional release is happening for you, and that's what you need to focus on. And the Hanged Man is usually a situation that you've bumped up against, and you actually have to pause. You have to say to yourself, you know what, I need to take time out. I need to take time out to live in this moment, to have a bit of fun. And in this pause, you find things come to you differently. You find things perhaps that have been blocking your satisfaction, that'll come up and say to your spirit and to yourself in the spiritual zone, you know what, I actually don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to see it that way. I don't want to be in that space anymore. I don't want to do that job anymore. I don't want to perhaps do that hobby that you've been pushing yourself to do. And because you've got the Knight of Swords as message from Spirit, it's that maybe you're pushing yourself to do something that really isn't good for you. And that is how you need to emotionally, maybe as you were a young child, so I'm speaking so fast because the message is coming so fast to me. Maybe as a young child, you were told, no, you cannot just sit on the couch. You need to get out there and do things. And you've created a situation for yourself where you're doing something that you actually don't enjoy. And perhaps you need to rethink that. Perhaps your play is not how you think play is. Perhaps play for you needs to be rethinked. And this is what you need to focus on this month, because that's where you're going to find your emotional release. You know, sometimes you get told to do something as a younger person, and it just becomes a habit. It just becomes part of your life because you think that is the right thing to do. What I'm feeling now is that you need to release in order to make a gap for you to work towards that independence, that independent thinking, or something that maybe you were told over and over as a child from your siblings, perhaps your parents, perhaps your friends at school, or even as you got as a young adult when you're dating or meeting partners, and you felt you had to be a specific way. Now that's the energy it's coming through for you, that you had to be a specific way, and you're not enjoying that anymore. Even though it is part of your life, perhaps it's your routine, perhaps it's the way you solve problems, perhaps it's the way you solve crises in your life. That is what you need to release, Sagittarius, because what you've got here in the middle card is what you might bump up against, is that you've been doing these over and over again, thinking that this is actually what you needed to do in life. This is what you think is bringing you joy and what you're meant to be doing. But this guy here, he is sitting toiling at something that is going to make him a bigger, greater person, because in the background is a beautiful home, but he's building his joy. He's putting his passion into something that he loves. Now, this could be a spiritual business. This could be a spiritual practice. This could be a completely different thing that you have in your life, Sagittarius, that you need to focus on. So emotionally release something that you've been doing over and over again that is maybe not something that it is resonating with your soul. Look at it differently now, because what you're working towards this year is the satisfaction. It's getting to a place in life where you can be so happy how your life has gone that you can retire from it. And I don't mean if you're in your 30s and you're watching this and it's, I use the word retire. I mean retire from the old way of doing. And then you've got this message coming in from Spirit, the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is the fastest card in the deck. He has got his sword bandering in the air there. He's got no patience. This guy's got no patience. He just wants to get to where he's going. And what you've got is you've got a little feather in your helmet here saying, you know what, go for it. But don't take the drama with it. So you've been encouraged here to play and have fun. And Spirit is saying to you, go for what you want. Once you've done the emotional release, once you need to get to the satisfaction that you are following your path. And how you do that is to actually take the time out and sit with yourself. Instead of rushing into the future, take the time out without the drama. And when you know what it is that you need, when you've done the emotional release, go for it with everything in your body, because you're going to be a different person. So May is that for you. And, you know, cosmically, May is about that. It's about everything coming to fruition. And towards the end of May, I think around about towards the end, around about the 12th, we've got a full moon in Scorpio. And that is peeling back the layers. It's going to be a sort of a magic, deeper assessment. And it's releasing big things for all of us. So that's going to be like an aha moment for you. And the universe or your guides are saying to you that this is going to be your aha moment. Once you realize and identify what it is that you need to release, that is going to be everything. You're going to remember who you are, and you're going to move away from anything that didn't heal you, and you're going to feel more peaceful. So whatever has been giving you karmic, because May is about releasing karmic stuff in ourselves, and it's everything that has been sort of holding on to us for the last 2 to 3 years, and what we've been going over and over again saying, what do we need to release, what do we need to let go of? And this is the chance for you this month. Will bring you such a beautiful new perspective, and opportunities will rebirth themselves and you'll rethink differently, because when you do this, this healing and this spotlight of what you need to release is going to be phenomenal for you. So sure, Sagittarius, this is really lovely month for you. And once you get hold of that, Spirit is saying, go for it. Just get going. And you know, even though it's a fast energy, it's in the day, in the present moment. Use that present moment to do what resonates with you and release everything else, because this is how you can play, and this is how you can recalibrate yourself. Wow. Saggies, what a beautiful message coming through for you here. It's exciting. I think it's so exciting. What have we got here? View from above, get the big picture. Now this card and this card goes exactly together. So what you need to do is raise your vibration away from the doldrums that maybe are keeping you down into these spaces where you don't know how to play, where you are so tied up in the functional. You're so tied up in the navigating life, where you're so tied up in actually getting to things that you think you have to do. If you've got something that you have to do that's been going over and over and over for months, you'll know when the right time is to get to that. You don't have to push yourself. You don't have to push yourself. I'm just taking my glasses off for a second. I've got an itchy eye. This Knight of Swords is saying to you, when you get that epiphany, it's going to be amazing for you. You're just going to feel released. And how you do that is the view from above, getting the bigger picture. You know, that when you have to navigate through paying the bills and, well, I use the word loosely, paying the bills. If you are in a situation where you have to be responsible and be accountable for something, perhaps you have to face something, and it's just coming through so much for you that you have to face something that you need to do. That is what you need to do. You need to rise above it and get the bigger picture, because being down in that emotional stuckness is not helping you. It's not helping you at all, Saggies. So rise above it. That is where you have your emotional release. You have a good time to play there, because you'll feel so much more playful and fun and just awesome. And that is where the satisfaction comes through. So I'm now going to be drawing from my little numerology deck what is coming through for you for the month of May. Let's take that one. It's upside down. Let's take that one. This is my little angel numerology, and you've got 777, 777, alignment. Angel whispers says to you, your progress is recognized and alignment is here. It is within your reach. The whisper is reminding you to stay the course and feel source working through you. Your gifts are being recognized. And then your little affirmation for the month is, I blossom and bloom as I use my gifts, and things simply align as I feel the feeling of the divine. Now that is what I see to you here with this card. You need to connect back with your divine, because that's what when you rise above, and it's actually saying to you, get out of your body, get back into your spiritual alignment, because that view from above, that connection to something higher than yourself, is going to bring hope, is going to bring this emotional release from you. Saggies, that is such a beautiful message. It's such a peaceful message. I love it so much. And you know, this night here is just saying to you, that's who you are meant to be, clear-headed and not full of drama, just getting ahead of yourself, and not in this state of perhaps is holding you hostage right now. So when you see the number 777, think of your message here. Take a little screenshot of your affirmation, and I wish you so much peace, Saggies, because you are going to have a wonderful transformational May. Take care, everyone.